Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the penultimate match of Season 50. And we win round one. It was more of a default match. I'll show it real quick. My opponent, Trinity West. This guy has a weird Grand Arena history where his participation is kind of all over the place. He doesn't even bother to sign up for 3v3. This is as much of a 3v3 hater as you're going to get. In 5v5, though, his participation is pretty strong, but nobody full clears this guy. And I think what he typically does is probably plays just enough to win, but because I full cleared him, he decided to not bother. So Grand Arena participation is a little wonky. He took out Malgus, got the minimum, and he was done. But from here, we're hoping to go 3-0 this week. That's my goal, especially after going 0-3 last week. So today's opponent is McJediFace. He's a 9.8 million GP player, only 6 GLs. So he's got one more GL than me and almost a million less GP than me. With the Omicrons, he's also very light at 15. He's light on Zetas, so probably a much younger account. His relic depth is not too far away from mine, so he doesn't have a big advantage there, not a meaningful advantage. And then most importantly, the relic distribution. We're actually pretty close. I've got more tier 7s, he's got more tier 5s, I've got more tier 8s and more tier 9s. So really, I have the advantages when it comes to relic distribution, which is very rare for me. Mod-wise, you can see this is one of my strengths, and in this bracket as a whole, I've got one of the top mod sets. Actually, no, I've got the best mod sets for this bracket, and I'm beating him the top 25 by a full speed. With the top 500 averages, I'm beating him by like practically 4. That is a ton, and you see that with the counts, where he is at 18 with the 20 plus. I've got 120 on him. I've got practically 200 more 15 plus speed mods than this guy. We're gonna feel that as we play this. Although there is one counter that is much more difficult with bad mods, and we've been seeing it a lot lately. It's that Jabba JMK counter is much more problematic when that damage immunity doesn't come off of Bosch. Now with the rest of the winners bracket, presuming we get through this one, we got Corby and Cere 65. They are a 7 and 8 GL player. They also, with their Omicrons, are better. One is very close to me at 26 with Cere, and Corby is a little weaker at 19, but that's very respectable. And their relic distributions, I'm expecting we're going to see Cere in the final round if we're able to get there. But I still have the mod advantages, and pretty significant mod advantages over them. Datacron-wise, JediFace doesn't even have any level 9 Cron, so actually that means we don't even need to worry about that Jabba Cron, because he don't have it. Well, actually, he could still have the level 6, which would be a problem. This is really the level ability that's more of an impact. Well, the level 9 on Bosch still helps, but the level 6 is where the problems can come in. No Lord Vaders on me or my opponent, although I am week and a half away from Lord Vader. We just put out my update video showing that I started the ticket farming. With the rest of this, my opponent does not have Rey, and I, of course, don't have Rey or SLKR. Looking at the Omicrons, we got a Malgus here, 2 Ami, we got a Raddus, we got a slow Iden with the Ami, Starkiller, a little slow, but triple Ami. I have added an Ami to my Starkiller. Kind of finally, after using it for the first time last match, I do admit it's much nicer. With Wampa, this is very weak. Relic 3 to me is just not enough. And it's slow. Not too much slower. And it's not modded for health. Ooh. Like, there are tenacity versions where you should want tenacity, but not this much tenacity. Especially when you're at Relic 3. Like, when you're at Relic 8 or Relic 9, you can start going towards more tenacity because you already have so much base health. At Relic 3, you do not have enough health to be going a full tenacity set. Now, Savage relics with the Ami, but at Relic 0, same thing with Traya. No Aphra. We got a Qui-Gon, no Swallow, so we didn't even need to worry about some things. Zori, like, we have so many advantages. There's no Malicos. He does have third sister, but 1 Ami. No Bane. I did get the 5 shards I needed to unlock Bane, and I will at the start of 3v3. I think I might do a week of Gear 11. I still like to do that week of Gear 11. It might be dumb, but I think with how many players are just auto-relicking Bane, it might be interesting to see what a lower gear Bane can do. And I think I might do it for a week. We might regret it because he's clearly better at relics, but this is kind of what I do here. Now Maul is fine. We got Echo here is not usable, Moff Gideon not usable, and then Cal Kestis he doesn't have. This bracket only had 2 Cal Kestises. Sierra has 1. With Corby and Sierra, only one of them has Bane. There's no bows in the bracket. Both of them have Third Sister, both have Aphra. And then as we look at the ships, my opponent does not have the Leviathan. So really, if I lose this, it's really going to be my own fault. Or it means the Jawas really messed me up. Now let's take a look at his modding. Jump in here. We will organize by speed. We're looking at Darth Revan. He's at 296, but that's as close as we kind of have for a shorthand. And that's not too deep. And 7th Sister's the last one, so he's got 17. 7th is at 304. Darth Revan's at 296. So you see a big drop off on characters. Like, it's a very fast Yoda. With like Jedi Knight Revan, 000. 3rd Sister, Maul, Grand Inquisitor. No, it's not terrible. Like, he does have plenty of good characters. Fast Rex could be faster, but it's really up top where he's missing some characters who would really benefit from higher speeds. But it does look like his Bosch is modded pretty fast. So let's take a look. He hasn't, last I checked, he hadn't attacked. It was like an hour ago while I was doing my fleet climb. Let's check out the defense. Did I make a minor change? I feel like I made a minor change, but maybe I didn't. So we got Raddus. Like, this changed last week. We got Zori, Qui-Gon, and Leia. I still want to see my Qui-Gon get attacked so I can get a feel for how Kelleran's going to function on defense. Basically, the entire time I've had Kelleran, he's been awesome, but I've used him offense only. So I do want to see if we get more holds with him on defense. And then back, well, I kept forgetting to take Mandos off of the Maul team because I wanted to do some Mando testing, which I guess we are not going to do. I guess we'll do it for the final round. That is a change I want to make. Because I'm fairly certain by next 5v5, we are not going to have Gear 11 7-star Mandos. We're going to have Relic 7 Mandos by then. We'll do some 3v3 testing, but we are in the final days of being ready for Bo. Well, not the final weeks of being ready for Bo. By next month, though, we'll have her. Now, my opponent, we're looking at a gas with CRex. Okay. Jabba. Let's check the Kron. He does have the right level 6. Raddus, JMK. It would be great to have Bane with Sith Eternal Emperor for that JMK. We got Malgus, Third Sister, Malicos, and Leia. We should have a handle on this, but this could be a little tricky in a couple spots. The JMK is always a little tricky for my roster, just because of some of the options that I have. But I think we can find a way through. We'll start with Leia, though. We'll grab our Jabba counter. Enjoy the final days of the Boschkron. Okay, we got everything here. Looks good. I'm not doing anything dumb that I can think of yet. Let's check the ability here. What the level, turn meter. Okay, not the one I'm afraid of. Let's do it. All right, and we're not gonna get too overzealous here. We're gonna take a little bit of time. This is actually my first, I think it's my first time going up against a Baze with Leia. They did dispel my thing on Lando, the Hutt's Favor, or whatever it's called. Let's throw down a disarm. I think we're just staying focused. I'm going to do this. I want to get towards the payout. Okay, he's at 14. We're at 75%. And here's the payout. Alright, we are definitely doing this. Let's target Drogon, though. I want to get through the protection and protection up. I want to just increase the chances that he's going to blow up on his own time. Yeah, let's dispel that retribution. Alright, 40 is more than enough. Let's shrink this down for a moment. Okay, I don't... Now that it's got protection up, I actually don't feel like throwing this for a moment. Everyone's got a lot of protection right now, so we're going to just stick with the basic for a moment. Because I've thrown it early before, and I was very upset that they survived. It actually messed things up. Alright, let's dispel there. Alright. They should blow up now. Yeah, I'll throw it. Okay. See, that's what I mean. Like, we got these two guys to survive is because they had the protection. If I didn't delay on Drogon, he would have survived before. We got a Rancor coming up we can use to eat. I guess we'll eat bait. Should eat bays, but I just R2 is really the one that matters. So even though R2 had more thermals, we'll do it this way. And I'm probably talking too much. I'm starting to worry a little bit about the time. It's still 2 minutes though. Okay. Don't like that. Good. I should have blown it up to heal. That was actually really dumb. Okay, I got lucky. I need to hit auto. We gotta do this. Let's do this. Come on. That turn meter gain probably helped a little bit. But I just think I took too long talking and not paying attention to the clock. Come on, let's do this. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Oh, come on. No. Terrible. If I would have just hit auto a little bit sooner, we would have been fine. And what's really terrible about that is cleaning up a Leia can be awful if you're not using the right stuff. Really, I think I just prefer not blowing up the thermals. Because that's really the flawless way to do things. Because I wouldn't have wasted time taking out bays or R2. Alright, let's get into the next stuff. Alright, we got... there's no Malicos. We can just... I'm not going to worry about that because we can just Traya that. I just want to make sure that we don't want to use a different counter. Right, let's do Phoenix, CRex... Grab our Geo friend, and we are good. Don't touch that. Okay. Alright, we'll hit our AoE. Everybody's got days, which is key, especially on Grand Inquisitor. We're going to go with the staggers first, and then I'll start focusing on the armor shreds. I just like to have stagger out on the field in case people are gaining turn meter. Alright, there's the first armor shred. AoE, hit some staggers. Taunt. Really doesn't make it. Specials, specials, specials. Alright, we AoE again. Alright, that's one. Okay, third sister's about to take a turn. Could use some more staggers. Oh my god, are you serious? What Datacron is this? It's because of the doubt infliction. Is that really, you made that much of a difference? Well, this is why I didn't like use my Leia, or not my Leia, my Traya earlier, because now I got to use Traya here. I'm just wondering, do I want to quit? Or do I want to be in this position? I think I'm going to die. I think I'm going to let it be preloaded. Which is a foolish thing to do. Alright, let's bring in the Sith. Okay. And it was good Datacron use. For being limited on Datacrons, it was definitely the right choice. Now this is why I risked the preloaded turn meter. Because I liked that these characters had already lost a lot of protection, and with all these assist calls, it was going to make 7th more vulnerable. And we can't take advantage of it yet. Alright, basic. Okay, increase cooldowns. Next time we can annihilate. Awesome. And now we've won. Hit the held by hatred. We will dispel. Isolate the Inquisitor. I'm gonna give a hit on Fifth Brother because we can probably... Oh, was not expecting that. I thought we'd just get him into the yellow and then we could overpower him in the next turn. Okay, we're good. But now we gotta find another way through Cere Junda. Which, we got options for that, but this was going to be my counter. Had things worked out up against that third sister. I need to get more of the, like, I know I need more of those doubt ones. I got a reroll. Alright, let's head up top. We got 2 Geos here. Let's start with these. No. Offense. We got our JMK. Let's grab our Padme, who is now at least at Relic 8, because we are Lord Vader ready. And Scoundrel, my anti-revive. All that looks good. Get into this. Okay. Reset cooldowns. Taking a bunch of turns. Chrysanthemum down. We don't need any of this, so we'll just do it basic. Alright, feed the ultimate. I'm gonna basic, get rid of hired muscle. We don't need it yet. Okay, that I'm not a fan of. Way too much attention on her. I'm gonna trip it. We can't risk losing her. This is way too much attention on her. I'm really not happy about it. Whew. Ah, I wasn't looking. Okay, down. Let's hit skiff. Awesome. The anti-revive cron comes in again. Now we're good. Alright, we can auto. Yeah, what do we want to do? What do we want to cover? Shogun's awesome. It continues to be awesome. We're, what, 4 episodes in? I feel like I'm the only one watching it. Like, even my friends and my brothers are a little lacking on that front. Okay, we will trip this. Why did I take this off auto? That was ideal. Other thing, though, is while I'm getting ready for Fallout, I start getting caught up on the Walking Dead stuff again. Periodically, I'll just get caught up, because you really want to binge it. I try to watch some of that stuff live when the new episodes, and it's just not a week-to-week show. You gotta have a back catalog. All right, how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? If I had Bane, the choice would be so easy. All right, we're gonna do something I hate. We're gonna have to use JML here. And it's because it's going to compromise me with the Malgus. And I'm concerned that that Malgus battle now is not going to go how I want. Do I want to do it like this, or do I want Hermit Yoda? I feel like I need to increase the relics on Jolie. Let's grab some stacking offense while we can still enjoy it. Alright, that looks good. Let's just check this out. Oh, it does not matter. Okay, so we took a couple hits. Let's clear the foresight. Then we're just going to start working towards the ultimate. I don't want to stun yet. I want Kat to take her turn. I don't want to mess her up. Alright. She did her thing. Oh my god, why is Calcestis... I wasn't paying attention that Calcestis was here. I gotta deal with Malgus in a different way now. I mean, it's gonna make this a lot easier, but... I was not paying attention to that. I was so focused on the other parts, I wasn't paying attention to what I was being on autopilot about. Fine, I guess. Alright, armor shred. I shouldn't even do armor shred. Well, I guess it depends who we take out. Maybe we'll have Kat taken out before then. Yeah, we'll do it. No. I should have focused on getting the ultimate sooner. Alright. Okay. I'm just wasting so much time. Alright, here's our alt. Alright. We're just gonna get rid of her. We can ignore taunt now. Let's hit Padme. She's been sacrificed. I should have targeted. All right, down. Okay. Don't you dare. Okay. We got a minute. I'm fine. But I should have paid attention to what I was doing with Cal. But you know what? The way this was going, he did just guarantee that we won it, which is important. But now we got a mess to deal with. Alright, I think I know what I want to do. We still have a ton of firepower. It's not like Malgus is here either. And there's no Lord Vader. So what I think we can do is we'll do Aphra here. And then we'll do Sith Eternal Emperor up against the Cere UFU. Which is kind of a lot of firepower. And really is going to depend on what's on the back wall. Because I'm a little concerned that I'm using a little much to get through this. I just don't like to use... I don't like to feel like I'm using expensive counters where I don't need them. And I haven't really considered the gas yet. How am I going to get through that gas? I gotta think about this, because maybe Sith Eternal Emperor is my gas counter. What else? Well, I've got Zerg. I got the Bagman. I gotta think about that. Because we're starting to run out of high power counters. We just gotta see what's on the back wall though. But yeah, we started to get caught up on The Walking Dead, which... Not the main series, I watched the main series. It's all the spin-offs. There's so many spin-offs. Like there's Tales of the Walking Dead, which is what I'm currently watching. Dead City. There's The World Beyond, which is not good. Fear the Walking Dead, which I think I've watched 5 seasons of, something like that. But really it's the newer ones, like Daryl Dixon, and then there's the Michonne one I don't remember the name of. Because it's like 2 episodes in, it's brand new. I'm definitely going to watch that one, because I like that character. Alright. Yeah, let's take him out. AoE, well, you will hit Revan, awesome. But Daryl's a good show. I watched the first episode of that, but it was when it was new, and I just keeping up with that stuff week to week. It's just not how I like to consume these shows. And same deal with the Talking Tales of the Walking Dead and Dead City. I watched both the first episodes of both of those back whenever they premiered, and didn't keep up with it. Now I'm just getting caught up with Tales of the Walking Dead, starting with that one first because it's bite size, it's fun, it's an anthology series where everything's independent and doesn't matter. But I like it. And it's something that I'm not going to get bogged down in while we try and wait for Fallout. And how am I going to handle this Leia? Because what I want to do is gas. And if I don't do gas, I had to use Third Sister last time, and she's on defense. I'm just using gas. Otherwise, she could burn through stuff. Let's find something that works. Inflict a debuff, crit chance stacking. Inflict a debuff, that's not gonna do. I think we'll do the protection up. Okay. Yeah, this is just not a cleanup I like to mess around with. I've thrown you can go back to some of my matches over the past couple months, and some of them I've thrown a lot in a cleanup situation, just trying to find a way through. I'm just trying to determine if I want to do this now. I think we are. It takes her a little bit of time to get through the protection up, so I think this is worth it. Alright, we get that armor shred, we get a daze, we get a hit. See, we still have a bunch of protection, and we're almost off a cooldown on form up, and Leia's gone. Great. It's very expensive, but I know it works. Now, we're going to do Starkiller up against the gas, which means we can... How are we going to get through that Raddus? You know what we have now that we didn't have before? Is Relic Bad Batch. Because the Bad Batch counter never worked before because I didn't have them at Relics. I have them at Relics now. And there's no Datacron. So let's actually do this and see if this is going to make my life easier. Although I can't put on a Datacron myself because I'm going to hit Relic Omega soon. Nobody's allowed to die. Okay. We got that. I assume I'm going to have to put the... No, let's get under stealth. And definitely this. I'm going to put the buff immunity here. Or is that conditional? Don't you dare. No. I gotta... Does this dispel? Swaps. No. Alright, then we're gonna swap over to Omega. Does Omega's ability dispel? herself. Maybe then I should have swapped over to Wrecker to just not let him die. Alright, well, we may have messed this up. Do I need to be even faster? Yeah, seems like we need to be faster. It's also why I did it now, because now I know I need to save a counter for this. You know what we do? You know what? Do I have bounty hunters? Do I have bounty hunters? Yeah, we got bounty hunters. Let's do bounty hunters. Yeah, because we know we don't have to worry about any situation with Lord Vader. I don't like this. Let's try it. Alright, nobody's allowed to die. Okay. Does anyone have a double tap? No. Let's go with this. Okay, we got our contract. Let's throw some thermals. We will definitely taunt again. She can't die. I don't want to attack. Maybe we just... I'm just going to basic. Okay, let's do I have... Yeah, that did that. Mando, I need you to take your turn before something goes wrong. Come on. All right, good. No, don't die. No one's allowed. In grief, man. You know what? Fine, let's play it like this. Ooh. No! Fine. Just fine. Well, we can clean it up with whatever if things go bad, but she was kind of important. Let's do this. I should have thrown that armor shred onto K2SO. He's relic 0. We could have... And K2SO is being very annoying. Yeah, let's take him out. I feel like he's messing everything else up. Okay. Yeah. Definitely felt like the piece holding everything together. Alright, we're golden now. Now we can play this the way that I want. Now I wish I could have that bad badge battle back, because we've actually played this for as much as I've been talking about it. No, I forgot about Third Sister got a hold. But it is why at the top of this, I felt like this was going to be a tricky defense. Not destroy my Starkiller counter. All right, let's not mistakenly grab people we need. That would be bad. Now let's get a proper Empire Cron. Alright, we will link Kylo and I want to say Cere. Let's do Cere Junda. I'm just trying to think who's going to take the most turns. I will save that. Probably has this squad modded wrong. Because you want this team modded slow. I doubt it's modded slow. Now we'll clear the foresight there. We will definitely fracture Kylo. They're taking a bunch of turns. Alright. Ooh. Maybe I should have looked for a Dispel Datacron. I've got one somewhere. Alright, Fulcrum's down. Don't care too much about that. Alright. Probably what, 86? Yeah. Alright, next time. Alright, let's link these two fools. I think we'll make a little bit more progress on Rey, not that it matters too much. Let's land some shocks on Cal. Let's just auto. Who cares? Okay. Now we gotta see what kind of surprises he's got for me, because this, we've used a lot of counters. We got one big one left. At least one that's not designated, because Starkiller is designated, and that's not what I was referring to. We're talking about Emperor Zurg, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. Alright, what do we got to deal with? What's it gonna be? He's shallow. He may have just front-loaded things. Here we go. Yeah, he's front-loaded things. Awesome. I think we're just gonna crush him. We could do like some Grievous tests. We're not gonna. I think we just gotta crush it. There's no Cardoon here. We can wait. Let's make sure I handle the protection up correctly. taking a whole lot of turns. Alright, we're good. Yeah, so Daryl Dixon, that's Daryl Goes to Europe and does another Lone Wolf and Cub story like Mando and Grogu. That kind of whole format. Tales of the Walking Dead. First episode, that is Terry Crews and Olivia Munn go on a little adventure, little road trip adventure. Very good episode, very charming episode. Episode 2 is with Parker Posey, Indy Darling, who has a little time loop adventure in a zombie apocalypse, which is great. I gotta take over. Because I feel like they're not doing this right. We're gonna take out Pow 1 and take him out. Third episode's on Alpha, if you know from the comics or got that far in the main series, which you kind of need to be like me to have done, so I doubt you did it. No. I forget if Nisa stops Nest. I feel like Nisa... Did Nisa stop Nest? The Chirpa Ami doesn't, but we don't have the Chirpa Ami. There is Logray, though. Did Nisa stop Nest? I don't remember. Alright, let's handle gas first, and then we'll return to this. Okay, let's grab our Starkiller. We'll find another Empire Crown. I don't think I have enough Empire Crowns. Because we got... Not happening. We're not giving them that. Oh my god, we still have to use... Well, we don't have to use him, but we still have him to use. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a little tenacity down. He will counter. We will throw out staggers and go under stealth. We should have done the staggers first. Alright, that's 1. Let's AoE hit, then debuffs. Which crown did we do? Alright, we can basic. Alright. It's 5s, right? Yeah. Awesome. Perfect. Oh my god, just die. Good. Alright, we got Rex there, so let's do this. Fine. Alright, hit the stagger, get to work. It's not going to take him out though, right? Let's just do this. Okay. Is he not there? What was going on there? Is that just a visual glitch? All right. What kind of fleet does he have? Malevolence Negotiator. Okay. And the Marauder is not with the Endurance, so the Endurance is just pure junk. Because Endurance needs the Marauder to not be junk. You can split them up. It's not going to be the most powerful, but it's still going to be very good. Now we could do a little stuff with Mandos. We could do other testing. What we have STAP as a new character. Let's just overpower it. I just think we're gonna... Yeah, let's not mess around. I want to go 3-0 this week. Do I not have a preset for... Alright, looks like we gotta make that preset. So we'll do it later. Yeah, we're not gonna mess around. We're just gonna do this, make sure we win it and dominate it, because I want to go 3-0 this week. I don't want to let things go to banners. And we do know he's a little limited on some of his counters. I think he might struggle with my defense. Because he only has 3 GLs for offense, I believe. If I've got that right. Because he had Jabba, JMK, Leia, all on defense. No, I think that was just it, which leaves him JML, Jabba, no, not Jabba. He's got SOKR Ray for offense and JML SOKR Ray for offense. Which, he might struggle up against that Leia then. Alright, how do I want to play? What do we have with Mandos? Do I have anything I can have fun with and test? No. This is why I wanted all my light side Mandos. But who am I going to replace Maul with? We could do like this, but this is just going to crush. We're not going to learn anything. Do we have Gungans yet? That was... I mean, they're going to die. I can't be this crazy. I'm not that crazy. Maybe if we had 3 of them, I'd be that crazy. We're just going to use STAP to use them. But this is overpowered as it is, so we're not going to learn anything from this. Unless I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. And we do have the Grand Arena Omni on STAP. Alright, who do I want? Gain 5 stacks. Target. Is this how I want to play it? Or there is Elder here. But there's also a Log Ray. I think we're gonna... No, we can let like an AoE take out Elder. Alright, we're gonna get buff immunities now. That's actually good. Ooh. Yeah, we didn't learn anything. So that was always gonna work. Alright, fleet. Alright. How are we gonna play this? I guess we don't really need to overthink it. We got so if I didn't Marauder up against Malevolence, do Profund. Yeah, we're overthinking it. Let's just do Profundity here. No, hand off. Focused down on the Marauder. There's no relics, so he goes down fast, and that nullifies that aspect. Let's see if we can make quick work of Anakin. Nice to get a buff immunity on him if we can. Alright, we triggered that before he was going to go, so we'll breach. We're going to get retribution on everybody because of this. I should have just focused on Ahsoka to start. Oh, can we? I'm going to try to AoE and take out Anakin. Nah, that was crazy talk. Alright. Okay, let's hopefully take out Ahsoka before she makes my life hard, and we do. I think we can auto. Yeah, let's get back to The Walking Dead. So, Dead City, that is Negan and Maggie go to Manhattan. And of these spin-offs, like let's rate this stuff. One, I think a lot. The mainline series of Walking Dead is very inconsistent. One, I don't think season 1 is very good. I think it's very tropey and lame. But it's a quick, short season. Season 2 I do like. And then the show is pretty good for a while. And then it gets very bad and inconsistent for a little bit, and then it gets pretty good again. I think it does. When most people had already quit the show and stopped watching, except there was a dedicated audience of zombie lovers like me, and you know, I think the show did fine. It's just like after Negan does his thing, after he shows up, a lot of people left for understandable reasons. Alright, yeah. Then Fear the Walking Dead, first spin-off. Also very inconsistent. But I do like a number of the characters, and they have a character from mainline Walking Dead, I forget his name. He shows up and is quite good. And I just like that character. Actually, a couple characters from mainline Walking Dead. Really, though, I think it kind of gets pretty weak towards the end. And it never really delivers its promise. The promise of that series was you see the start of the pandemic. And that was true for like 3 episodes. And then it's basically The Walking Dead again. So I don't think they really accomplished the goal. And they also have like a time jump at one point. And a nuclear bomb goes off. It gets a little crazy. But it is effective in the sense that it's a character-driven show that I think does pretty decent at being character-driven for the bulk of it. A little weird, though, that there's a number of Scientologists in that show, to the degree that it makes me wonder if the casting director is a Scientologist. It's a little weird, just something I noticed. Then we got World Beyond. I believe that was the third. Don't you die on me. That was the third of the Walking Dead spin-offs, and it is the one I've already mentioned was real bad. That one is... It's like basically... It's kind of what I'm afraid Skeleton Crew is going to be. So, like, Skeleton Crew is like Jude Law with kids. And you don't really know, like, is this going to be a kid's show or what? Because we don't know anything about it, really. And I'm a little concerned that what World Beyond was, it was basically kids in the Walking Dead universe. Or tweens in the Walking Dead universe. And it's like they never got past the premise. Where they had that idea, and then they didn't really know what to do with it. And you know what? Let's actually do the Comeuppance. Then we get into the new spin-offs, which I think are very promising. Which right now I would rank Daryl Dixon, Tales of the Walking Dead, then Dead City. Based on pretty much on the other two series, just watching the first episode. Tales I've watched 4 episodes now. And then there's the Michonne show, which is unranked because I haven't watched it yet. But I think I talked about this in a previous video. Things that like my brother like would describe as being like extremely me, like video game franchises stuff. And we talked about Fallout being one of those. Like the video game, and I think I even said what all the video game series are. It's Fallout, it's BioShock, and it's Dead Rising. Those are the things, like games that are the platonic ideal of what would be a still plays game. Those games encapsulate everything that I'm about. Alright, let's grab the Comeuppance. We got an expose. Let's do this. Let's hit 5s. Like, this was always going to crush. This is not a fleet without the Marauder. He would have been much better off just having a standard negotiator team and then having the Marauder. And plus, what CG said with this was you can put the Ebon Hawk and Lando's Falcon here if the Marauder was on the team. It's like he's missing the one component because I don't think the Endurance I don't think the Endurance got a rework, right? It was just the Marauder synergizes with it, or maybe it did. I can't remember right now. Because is that from the Marauders kit, or did they add a touch-up to the Endurance? With the clone thing. I feel like it's the Marauder. Because I think the Endurance, what it brought was Valor. And Valor is what synergizes with the Marauder. And then the Marauder has also other clone components, but I don't remember. Alright, we'll check back in the morning, see where my opponent is. But at 1757, like, it's not great. There's plenty of room for my opponent. But actually, looking at the Grand Arena history, he does not win all that often, and he does not full clear. Even when we look at the wins, he's not full clearing. And he's getting a lot of either default wins, lack of participation. I'm actually kind of surprised he's climbed as high as he has without full clearing. So I actually think this is probably a pretty safe win on my part. We're going to jump in here and check. I don't even know if he's attacked yet. I just like to jump in here and capture the board clear if he has. So that's what I'm going for. And looks like we got a minimum battle. Probably done then. And he took out an easy team, didn't attempt any of the tougher defenses. And we'll see if we got a hold. And no, yeah, we've got our win, and we are set up now for 3-0. I mean, I guess he could theoretically attack in the next 2 hours, but this feels like he's done. And if that changes, we'll check. By the time I post this, we should have some Datacron and Conquest stuff. If not, be on the lookout for it. And the other thing I'm going to try and do is Genet Calcestis. I want to get back in the lowest viable teams. I got the footage for everything. It's just one of those things that I keep putting off because it's less timely. There's a number of them that I want to get out, a number of different approaches and different takes that I think would be valuable to add, even though it's a little bit older content. But thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.